Come to sitting comfortably. Change your cross. Let's be a little bit challenge the body a bit. Be awkward. So if you've gone to your regular happy cross, uncross, cross the other way. Make yourself feel a little bit unbalanced, maybe. Just helps to focus the mind and helps you concentrate on how you need to move to become completely centered. So think about your sit bones, from there stacking up, crown of the head lifting up, relaxed but tall, and welcome to your practice today. Lovely to have you here. Remember to breathe throughout your practice. Remember to honor what's going on for you, what you've been up to recently, what you haven't been up to recently, and go with the flow. So that's your flow. Close your eyes. And let's breathe together. So breathing in through your nostrils and out through your mouth. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and fill up right down into your belly. Extend your stomach outwards, extend the sides of your body outwards, filling up from the bottom to the top and filling up as much as you can before exhaling. And again, squeeze into your lower belly, squeeze your muscles around your core there to help move that breath out and empty completely. Inhale, moving the belly, moving the chest, expanding the ribs outwards, getting as much as you possibly can in there before exhaling slowly and deeply. Squeezing the muscles around your torso, around your midriff, in and bringing your ribs back down. Inhaling through your nostrils. A full, complete breath, as deep as you can, as wide as you can. And when you're ready, exhaling slowly with control, keeping that breath the same pace from start to finish. Carry on at your own pace, keeping that focus, that deep focus on your breath. Breathing each round of inhale and exhale as deeply and smoothly, gently, but with strength as you possibly can. Keeping your focus on your breath with a little peripheral awareness of your body. So lifting the crown up to the sky, keeping your legs relaxed, your arms relaxed, allowing all of the warmth, all of the movement, all of the action to be happening in your torso, right from your pelvis into your throat and neck. Noticing the air coming in and out of your nostrils. And well done. Set everything else aside for your practice. This is time for you. It's time for you, your mind, body, and spirit. Taking your chin to your chest, wherever you happen to be in that breath. And allowing the weight of your head to gently stretch through the back of your neck. Whatever problems or issues you have with your back, Always start with warming up the neck. Start the stretches from your neck and move downwards. So just allowing the weight of your head to pull your head forward, and then bringing a little bit of effort in, taking your chin to your chest, squeezing your chin into your chest. So really squeeze all those muscles under your chin, as if you're pushing your lower jaw into your chest. At the same time, trying to relax your hands and your arms. And then raising your head slowly with control and lifting your chin up to the ceiling. The chin to ceiling. Then we're going to jut the chin out. Now this is a really uncomfortable posture for many. It can feel quite tight in your throat. Keep that nice, easy, steady, deep, slow breath going as much as you possibly can. Sending your chin up to the ceiling, and when it gets too much, just relax your chin down and then go straight back up again. Just release and then go back up. Notice how you're lifting the skin on the top of your chest. Notice the stretch in your throat, and really allow the head to drop back as far as your head will go. Think about lifting your sternum here as well. Sometimes we can be a little bit curled up. Lift your sternum, lift your chin. And think about the strength here coming from your lower back, from the sides of your body, and then release and slowly bringing your head back. Okay, that was a big strong one this time. I'll just do it a little quick. Right ear to right shoulder, and we're keeping it dynamic. Left ear to left shoulder, right ear to right shoulder, left ear to left shoulder. So we went slow, slow, quick, quick. And one more time. Last time. Right ear to right shoulder. Oh, lovely stretch. And then left ear to left shoulder. And again, that nice stretch on the other side. Well done. Come back to center. Take your arms wide on an inhale. Inhale, 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 inhale. And exhale, folding forward and rounding. Inhale, chest opens, chest lifts, chin up. And exhale, rounding, curling, folding forward. Dropping your head, looking down into your lap. And then one last time, big inhale. Come on, take those arms out really wide. As far behind you as you can, looking up. Hello day, hello world, and then close in. Let's bring that energy, draw it in towards you, take it straight into your heart center, and come back up to sitting. That's lovely. Right, we are going to be moving, so let's come up onto our feet. Let's come via a squat. Now let's warm up the feet a little bit here. So we've been moving into the neck. So are you up on toes? Are you flat-footed? Whatever is all good. Have a little bit of a sway, a little bit of a rock backwards and forwards. Think about the soles of your feet here. So use your feet, use those muscles to move yourself forward. Try to keep everything else not involved, not doing anything. It's just coming from the feet, from the calves. There we go. Just a little bit of back and forward movement. And then if you are on your flat feet, come up onto your toes, please. If you're already up on your toes, that's great. If you're up on toes, it's quite a challenge to be moving backwards and forwards. Well done. And then we are going to take the knees a little wider. So bring your body between your knees, take your knees wide. So that nice hip stretch, and then let's wiggle from side to side. So bring your left knee down, And then bring your right knee down. Think about what's happening with your feet here. So nice big stretch under the toes on that bent, well, both legs are bent, but on the knee that's dipping forward. So a bit of pressure there into the feet, into ankles, and a little bit of movement into hips. A little bit of stretch into the side of the body. And you might find one side is easier than the other. I'm saying that because for some reason I'm finding the right side a lot easier than the left side. And then you start to wonder, what did I do? What have I been doing? What have I been doing with my body to make it feel so wonky? And bring your attention back to your breath. Remember, we're breathing deeply and smoothly in through the nostrils and out through the mouth. So we're just taking this a little wider. Take the feet a bit further away from each other and walk your hands across to your left foot. And then we're walking the hands across to the right foot and bending that knee. So just intensifying, adding on. You might be feeling all sorts of things in the hips, in the thighs, in the feet. Just noticing where you're feeling this. Just walking the hands gently from one side to the other and straightening out. And then come back to center. Bringing your feet close enough in so that we're ready to get into our goddess pose. Namaste Mudra, hands together, bringing your elbows in on the inner edge of your knees, and then pressing your hands together and sending those elbows out. So that's a big intensification of stretch into the hips. Remember to breathe. Quite often when we feel any stress and tension in the body, whether it's intentional or not, our instinct is to breath hold. So we try to override that throughout our practice. Notice when you're holding your breath and gently take a nice big inhale and exhale. We're going to come up into goddess. So release your hands, take your arms out to the sides. If it feels like it's going to be a bit intense, just bring your hands down and use your hands on the floor, but otherwise let's try for this one. Bring yourself gently up, and then we're going to step out a little further. So knees above ankles, and think about bringing your body upright, and then we sink a little deeper. Well done, nice and strong. Now there's a big temptation here to send the lower back out, send the bottom out. Try and keep them in line with your head. And then we're going to be moving a little bit. So let's straighten the left leg, straighten the right leg, straighten the left. Nice slide and glide. Actually straightening that leg all the way now, which will feel really lovely, hopefully. And then coming back to center, up onto toes on the right foot. Heel down on the right, toes up on the left. Toes up, heel up, onto your toes. And then tiptoe on the right, tiptoe on the left. One more time, tiptoe on the right, tiptoe on the left. And then if it works for you both together, otherwise one of each again. Breathe and release. Straighten your legs, hands to hips. And we're going to rest in Prasarita Padottanasana. So send your bottom out behind you. Head, neck, back in line, knees slightly bent, folding forward. Just halfway. Let's give the backs of the legs a little bit of a stretch. Waking up the backs of the knees. And then finish that fold, allowing yourself to fold forward, dropping your head and neck, taking your hands to your lower back. Just gently placing your hands, palms facing up, One hand inside the other, or resting on the other. Enjoying that lovely flow of blood, of fluid to the head, face, and neck. A lot of what we do in yoga is around moving within the body, not just outside, what's going on the inside as well. And that includes helping to feed the body. So we're feeding the face here, feeding the brain, both rather important. Our eyes, our ears, our nose, our mouth. Remember to breathe nice and deep and slow. And then we're gently going to come up. So we're using the strength in your legs, squeezing there, slowly lifting, very slowly coming back up to standing. Taking your arms out to the side. We're staying in this nice wide-legged stance because we're coming into a side bend. So taking your gaze over to the right, looking at that middle finger, just the tip of your nail and your middle finger, soft, unfocused gaze, and then sending yourself all the way over, stretching to the right. So we're trying to reach something on the right, and then taking that right hand down, coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So right hand down, left hand up, left arm up. See if there's a temptation to fold forward and bring yourself up so that you're nice and open. Left shoulder above your right, not in front, not behind. So how tired are you today? How much energy do you have? Be guided by how you're feeling as to how you interpret each asana. I'm resting on my right leg here. Quite often, if I'm feeling a little more energetic, I will just have my hand balanced gently against the inner edge of my leg. But today I need a lean. If you need a lean, take a lean. And then we're lifting to come up. Most important thing is honoring how you're feeling and going with your feelings and your flow. And then we're sliding now to the left. So we're going to look at that left middle finger. Slide over to the left. And then nice bend to the side. And looking up if it works for you and for your neck. Otherwise, your gaze is just forward. Noticing that stretch around your right hip, spreading up into underarm, right side, and breathing. Nice and slow and steady and deep. And then we're going to lift to come out. Well done. We're coming into our downward facing dog. So give yourself whatever space it is that you need. And we're going to roll down. So get your legs about hip width apart. Slowly rolling down. Hands moving down your legs to your feet. Stay here for a breath. And then walking your hands forward. So walk them forward, come into your downward facing dog. Find your alignment, the alignment that works for you. Sending your hips up to the ceiling, shoulders wide, pressing the floor away from you. So we protect the shoulders and elbows by keeping the hands very dynamic here. So feeling the floor with your hands, your fingers, your thumbs, and then pushing the floor away. Still keeping your shoulders wide. And then making sure that your sit bones are pointing up towards the ceiling as much as possible. So we're extending through the backs of the legs, extending through the sides of the body. Gentle pull the belly button towards the spine. Very gentle. Inhaling and exhaling. Close your eyes here if you feel steady, if you feel stable. Allow your head and neck to be completely at ease. Breathing nice and slow and deep. And then coming up onto your toes again. Long, long legs up onto toes. And then bringing your knees down towards the mat and pivoting forward. So towards the mat, but don't bring them onto the mat just yet. Let's have a hover. So hovering here. Head and neck in line with your back. Making sure that your shoulders are above your wrists. Keeping those knees off the mat. And then taking them down to the mat. Lift your feet up. So we're pointing toes up towards the ceiling, squeezing your feet as far up as you can. So those calves coming in towards your thighs. And then let's push back into Balasana. So nice, gentle, relaxed Balasana. Child's pose, forehead to the mat. Stretching your arms out. Forearms to the mat. And fingertips working, scooting away from you. So you're walking your fingertips along the mat, far away as you can. So that your hands, your wrists, your forearms are pressing down into the mat. Take a breath here. And another. And again. And then we're going to look forward. So we're going to come into doing a little bit of work on the back. So I've got a lovely little stretch here. And then we're going to be folding or unfolding. We're going to be unfolding. So bring yourself forward onto your forearms. Bottom up in the air. Feet still in the same position they were in Balasana. And then we're stepping the feet back. So take your toes, tuck them under. Brings us into a nice low forearm plank. Hold here for a moment. Widening your shoulders. Pushing your elbows into the mat and lifting your shoulders away. Pressing your hands into the mat as well. Squeeze your glutes here. Nice and strong in those legs and that core. And then bringing your knees and hips down to the mat. Release your feet. Let's come up into a Sphinx. So adjust your arms if you need to. Adjust the position of your arms. With Sphinx, I like to keep the elbows tucked in quite close to the body. I like to feel the tops of my arms against my chest. Spread out the fingers. And then lifting your chest a little further, bringing your head back. So the back of your head moving towards your feet. And we come into our Sphinx. So the tops of your feet are flat to the mat. Hips are relaxed. And then we start to draw backwards. So we're drawing the elbows back. Sending the sternum forward. Slightly moving the shoulder blades towards each other as well. So Sphinx is amazing. It looks like you're doing absolutely nothing. But if you've got your arms engaged, you're drawing your shoulders back, pushing your sternum forward, you're lifting the chin slightly, and you're having that sensation, trying to pull your whole body forwards, just using your forearms and your elbows and your hands. There's a lot of tension there, and release. Oh, that's a relief. Bringing yourself into Makara, so that lovely forearm pillow, one arm stacked on top of the other, and then a forehead rest to ease any tension in your neck, and relax your shoulders. Relax your feet here, let them flop out to the sides, or let them flop in, or wherever they want to go. Completely relax your legs. And take a deep breath in and out. So we're going to be moving a little bit more into the back. We're going to come into Bhujangasana. So engaging the tops of your feet, pressing them into the mat gently, keeping your toes active, your feet active, bringing your hands either side of your chest, flat to the floor with your palms, elbows pointing backwards, chin and head lifted, but not very much. And then we start that movement from the feet. So pressing your feet into the floor, squeezing your calves, knees, thighs and glutes, and then into your back, and starting to lift your torso off. So let's do that, all the muscles in the back. Remembering to breathe, and then pushing the floor away with your hands. Taking that movement now into one that is just movement. Now we're manipulating the spine, manipulating the torso, using our arms. Not so much the muscles in your back, although you can keep your shoulder blades drawn towards each other to help you lift your sternum and send your sternum forwards. Keep your legs dynamic too, keep them active. Remember to breathe. Nice, so deep, steady breath. Sending that sternum forward always. And then stay here, but relax. Relax the muscles in your legs. Relax the muscles in your back, in your shoulders, in your chest. Just the arms are switched on here. Can you let go of your glutes? And then using your arms to drop back down towards the floor. Probably use the wrong word there, to ease back to the floor. So really asking a lot of the arms here. Nice and slow and steady. All the way down. Very slowly. Now, can you remember which arm went on top? Last time, send it to the bottom, come back into Makara. Whew. So we're going to do our counter pose, but for that we're going to change position slightly. We're going to come to lying on our backs. So we're going to be tucking the toes under. There's an easy way and there's a more fun way. We're going to do the more fun way. Tuck your toes under, bring your hands close to your chest, bring yourself to Bhujangasana, send yourself back, bring your knees forward, sit back on your heels, swing your legs round, and then we're rolling down. So a little bit of a roll, and there we go. Should be hopefully lying on your back now. Bring your knees into your chest, and here we are. Here's our counter pose. A little bit of a rock from side to side to release, to lengthen your back. So as you rock to the right side, think about sending your left hip further away. And as you rock to your left, send your right hip further away. So just lengthening through the back as well as rocking from side to side. Bringing your legs up to the ceiling now. We're going to go a little bit beyond the midline. Now, if you are a shoulder stand fan, bring yourself into a shoulder stand. If it's not something you do regularly, then don't do it now. You want to bring the legs. If you're on the midline, hold onto your calves and have a gentle pull with trying to peel the lower back away from the floor. So we're almost coming into a plow pose, into halasana. And still using your arms, using your core, trying to lift, bringing your hips up, and now bringing your feet all the way over to the floor behind you. So we're in a nice low plow, thighs to chest, knees towards your face. And straighten your legs. Bring your toes to the floor behind you if that works. If not, stay where you are. If your legs are still up towards the ceiling, still just keep that gentle pressure. Bring them beyond the midline, over your face. So if you think about this posture the other way around, if we were sitting on our bums with our legs spread out in front of us, we'd be in Paschimottanasana. So upside down, it's halasana. And then easing off, bringing your legs up. Bring your right knee in, right leg in, holding on quite firmly on that right shin. We're going to take the left leg down towards the floor. Very slowly. Remembering to breathe. A slow, gentle movement all the way down to the ground. But not touching. So don't do what I just accidentally did. And then just bringing that leg back up. And hopefully your leg is feeling very heavy here. And your progress is very slow and your shoulders are relaxed. All the way up. When you get to the top, let's swap. So taking hands around the left leg. And it is important that you pull that leg into your chest. We're trying to massage the internal organs here at the same time as moving the right leg down slowly towards the ground. So let's start that movement if you haven't already. While I was chit-chatting, relax your shoulders. So it's one of those things where you want to keep your arms dynamic because you're pulling your left leg into your chest. But we want to try and uninvolve the shoulders if possible. Relax your neck and your jaw. And in breath through your nostrils. And out either through your mouth or your nostrils, but nice and slow and steady. Slow progress down. Almost to the floor, and then we're going back up again. Keeping that left knee pulled in, left thigh pulled in. Shoulders relaxed. All the way. All the way. Well done. And bringing your right knee in, give yourself a hug. Well done. Rock from side to side. We're going to take both legs up to the ceiling and both of them down towards the ground. We want to release that nice little block hold we had in the groin. So slowly down to the floor, using your core, keeping your lower back into the mat if you can. And legs together if you can. And bring them down to the floor. Release. Bring your knees up, feet flat to the floor by your hips, and coming up into a bridge. So sending your hips up, taking your hands to your heels, maybe even touching your heels, lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. And you can go as intense as you like on this. You can roll your shoulders in, send your hips right up to the ceiling, bring yourself up onto toes. Whatever works for you, have a little play. See what you feel like doing. And remember that we've got that nice compression in the throat and neck. So squeezing your chin into your chest, lengthening out through the back of your neck. Stretching the back of the neck, stretching across the shoulders, and then bringing your feet flat to the floor if they're not already, and releasing, slowly uncurling down to the floor. Well done. Coming back down to the floor, stretching your legs out, bringing your arms up above. And we're going to do something which is not a typical traditional asana, but we are going to come into a banana. So take your left leg out to the side and bring your right leg to join it. Try not to take your body off the floor. And then we're going to take the left arm out to the side and bring the right arm to try and join it. So you see why it's called a banana. If you feel like you have got a bit more space, you can move the left leg out and bring the right leg to join it. So you are lying on the floor and you are squeezing into the left side of your body while stretching out the right side. And I find it helpful to hold on to the fingers of my left hand with my right. Gently draw with your left arm, the right arm up above and down to the left a little. Just intensifying that stretch. Now hopefully you can feel that stretch under your arm, in the rib cage on the right side, along the right side of your waist, and maybe even into your right hip. And if you want to intensify that stretch a little, you can cross your right leg over your right foot over your left, and that will take the stretch into your right thigh and hip. And release. Slowly bringing yourself back to the midline with your right leg and right arm, and then let the left leg and left arm join them. Take a breath here in the center. And then hopefully you have enough room. I'm not sure I'm going to have enough room. Taking your right arm out to the side, bringing your left arm to follow, and your right leg out to the side, and your left leg to follow. So bending in a banana, bending in a half moon over to the right side. Keeping both hips on the floor. Sometimes you feel a lovely pull around the bottom of your ribs, under your arm. Cross that leg over, or the foot over, so left foot over the right. if you wish. And you remember to breathe. And we're going to release now. So releasing my left arm, left leg, coming back to center. And we're going to roll up or come onto your side and gently come up, whatever suits you, and come back up to sitting. So we're coming up to sitting, and we're going to come up to standing. So come into a squat. And then lifting up your hips, allowing your head to come down towards the floor. We're in Uttanasana, gentle forward bend. And good. Inhale the arms up, using the strength in your legs, drawing yourself all the way up, coming into a little bit of a back bend. So we're standing, I'll come sideways, that might be more helpful. Feet about a hip width apart, maybe slightly closer in. Tuck your bottom under, open your chest, lift your arm up towards the ceiling, looking up. So look up, your arms are parallel, as if you're holding a volleyball above your head. Let your head drop back, gazing up at that space, imaginary ball. And then we're going to come back into a little bit of a back bend. So send your hips forward, lift your sternum, so lengthen through the front of your body. And coming into a little bit of a back bend, squeeze your glutes. Remember to breathe. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to the midline and beyond, coming all the way down. Feeling that blood rushing to your fingertips, to your head, taking your hands to the mat, stepping your feet back into downward facing dog. Only our second one of our practice today. And push back, push your hips up towards the ceiling, rounding them up, lengthening through the whole of your body, from your wrists to your hips, and then from your hips to your heels. Breathing slow and deep and steady. Release your neck. So we're going to nod your head. You're going to nod your head. Nod your head as if you're saying yes. Big nod of the head, and then shake your head. No. And then rock your head from side to side, right to left, to right. And relax. I want you to try and focus on that sensation of stretch in your Achilles, in the tendons, in the backs of your ankles. Focus your attention on your shoulders, keep them broad and wide. And focus your attention on your breath, taking a huge breath in, allowing your belly to move, your chest. And as you breathe out, take your attention to your navel, to your belly button, gently drawing it in towards your spine. And then looking forward, bringing yourself up onto toes, and then bringing yourself down into a tabletop position. So in our tabletop position, and we're going to come into a cat-cow combination just briefly. So belly down to the mat, coming into cat, shoulders up, mid-back up. Breathing in as you come into your cow. Breathing out as you roll into cat. Breathing in As you sink your belly into the cow posture, flare your hips, lift your chin, and breathing out to cat. One more round at your own pace. Bending yourself back into Balasana. This time, take your big toes together. Take your knees out wide to the outer edge of your mat if you can, and then send yourself back. Stretch your arms forward. So a lot of the underneath of your arm comes down to the mat, certainly your forearms, your elbows, forehead to the mat, and your chest down to the mat as much as you possibly can. If you need to release any tension in your neck, you can bring your chin to the mat instead of your forehead. Edge your fingers forward. Let's get a big stretch under the arms. So pressing your underarms towards the mat. Press, 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 and release. Let go of any tension. And then we're going to come up to sitting in Baddha Konasana. So using your hands, pushing yourself up and away from the floor. Bring your hands to sit yourself up. Depends on your ankles and your flexibility as to whether this is going to be comfortable or uncomfortable. But we're going to uncurl. So we're going to bring the foot forward, bring the other foot forward, or sneak it around the side, which I just did. And then bring the soles of your feet together. So soles of your feet, match them up. Match up your toes, all the broken toes. I don't mean now, hopefully not now, but most people have broken a toe at some stage in their lives. Noticing how your feet are the same, how they're different. And just celebrating your feet. Now just gently with your thumbs, just the flat of your thumbs, take them to the backs of your heels and then gently move them along the inside edge of your feet all the way up to your toes. Come up to the tops of your toes and press down into the top of your big toe. And then gently bringing your toes, well, not gently, firmly. Stroke your toes with your thumbs. Bring your thumbs all the way down. And where your ankles are, just below, just give that a little bit of a press, a little bit of movement there. Sometimes we have a little bit of a puffy, what looks like a little oyster there. That's your bladder. It's a little puffy or a little red. You need to drink more water and then bring your thumbs all the way back. Bring them to your ankle bones and circle around. Circle around one way, circle around the other way. And all the while we're taking our knees out to the side and we're drawing our heels in towards our body because we are in our Baddha Konasana. A little bit of foot distraction with reflexology there, self-reflexology. And let's intensify the stretch. So we're folding forward. Use your hands if you need to, use your arms. So a nice straight back and straight neck. So we're sending the chin forward. So the chin is going about a foot forward in front of you. Exhaling to fold, inhaling to come back up. One last time. Drawing your knees towards each other and bringing yourself so that your mat is the right way for you, so that you'll be able to come into Shavasana shortly. Say that 10 times fast. Back and neck nice and straight. Just holding on. So just a little bit of a gentle arms are wrapped around the knees, feet off the floor. A little balance. And then we're going to come into Navasana, taking the knees away from the body, taking the feet out. Try to straighten your back here. It's very tempting to round the back. Send your sternum up. Now, if it works for you, gently lowering to the floor. If it doesn't, I'd like you to roll down or come down to lying on your mat in the best way possible for you for today. Taking your knees up, taking your feet flat to the floor, taking your arms out in a T, bringing your knees over to the right. Knees to the right, head to the left. Now you can intensify the stretch if you want to by adjusting where your legs are. You can take your right leg a little higher up towards your right arm. You can cross your left leg over and stay exactly where you are if that's where you feel good. Just options. There's always options. Always noticing what's happening in your body, what feels good, what doesn't. Where can you feel better? Where can you feel like you're moving a little deeper into the stretch, if appropriate? And then take your head back to center, bringing your knees back and over. Let's go straight over to the other side. Our lovely floor twist. And then back to center. Hug your knees in, give yourself a hug. Well done. A little bit of a rock from side to side. And then coming into your Shavasana. So keeping that space around you. Closing your eyes. And today we're going to wrap ourselves up before we start into our relaxation. So think about what it is you'd like to wrap yourself up in today. Is it silk? Is it bubbles? Is it air? Is it cotton wool? Is it rainbows? Imagine whatever it is that feels comfortable for you. Create a bubble around yourself. Close your eyes, lengthen your neck, adjust your shoulders, have a little wiggle, adjust your hips, lengthen your legs, lengthen your arms. Palms are facing upwards. And relax. What is your intention for yourself for today? Taking a deep breath in through your nostrils, breathing out through your mouth, keeping your attention throughout your Shavasana on your breath, breathing deeply, breathing fully, breathing with purpose and intention, and bringing yourself back to that question. What is it that you need more of in your life? What is it that you want more of in your life? And then taking yourself back to your body, relax your feet, relax your ankles, Relax your calves and your shins, relax your knees, relax your thighs, relax your pelvis, your hips, relax your lower belly, relax your ribs, relax the whole of your chest, relax your collarbones and your shoulder blades, relax the whole of your spine, relax your shoulders, your upper arms, relax your elbows, relax your forearms. Relax the palms of your hands and your fingers and your thumbs. Relax the entirety of your whole body. Relax your neck and your throat and your chin and your jaw. Relax your ears and your cheeks. Relax your mouth. Relax your eyes. Relax the muscles around your eyes. Relax your forehead. Relax the whole of your scalp. Feel where your body is in contact with the ground. Notice that it is strong and steady and stable and consistent. And it's always there for you, completely supporting you. Notice the air around you, full of light and warmth and energy and possibilities and opportunities, full of fun and laughter. And as you breathe in, draw those things right into your bones, into each cell of your body. Fill yourself with light and warmth. Fill yourself with a sense of being fully present, fully yourself. Fill yourself with possibility, and with every out breath, let go. Let go of anything that's weighing you down. Let go of anything that's heavy. Let go. Put it all down. If there's fear attached to that, you can always pick it back up later. Just put everything down. Breathe it out. Let go. Let yourself be light and free and open to every possibility, every opportunity, full of gratitude and joy and light and laughter. Set everything else aside. Feel that you are complete, mind, body, and soul, mind, body, and spirit. Breathing in deeply, right down, filling up as full as you possibly can with all that light and warmth. Feeling connected to everything and everyone. Breathing out, enjoying that sense of peace and calm, and knowing that at any point during your day, during your week, you can take yourself right back just by closing your eyes and taking deep, slow, steady breaths. Take a deep breath in and keeping your eyes closed, coming to rest on your right side. Curling slightly, resting there for a moment. Noticing whether you can feel your pulse, your heart. Noticing a deep sense of calm and peace. Noticing that increased an improved flow around your body. You've made space. You've made everything work more efficiently. You're helping your body help every little cell do its job to the best of its capabilities. And taking a deep breath in, coming up to sitting. Shining a light from the crown of your head. Feeling that you're glowing, shining, beaming out light and love. Taking a deep breath in, bringing your hands to heart center. Touching your right hand against your left against your right, pressing your palms together, feeling that strength in your arms, in your chest, lifting your sternum a little higher, taking a deep breath in. As you breathe out, gently dropping your head down, stretching out the back of your neck one last time, opening your eyes, staying there for a moment. Well done. Well done for being here, for taking the time, for giving yourself the attention you need and deserve, and gently lifting your head and coming back to center. And namaste. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining yourself all back together again. And thank you for doing it with me.